Standard fits don't make the cut, gentlemen. And this is Made the Cut. It's a conversation about how clothes fit, how clothes feel, life, a little bit of chaos.
Sometimes, just a little sprinkle.
Yeah. So I myself am Adam, one of the co-founders of One Bone. We have Lila, the production coordinator and stylist at One Bone.
Hi.
We have Chris Van Zeyl, who you're about to find out who that is. And we have Tom Sterling sitting to the left of me. And we just wrapped an amazing video shoot, photo shoot. This is the storytelling part of the equation. We're going to get into all that. But first, Tom, tell the people who you are.
Yeah, well, listen, my name is Tom Sterling. Like he said, I'm so excited to be here. It's a real honor to be sitting on the couch with Big Mama at the end here. It's unbelievable.
Guys.
It's really unbelievable. But to find a brand, to find a group of people that love what they do, make quality clothing for big guys like me, this is a dream come true. It is fantastic to be here.
And Chris?
Yeah, I'm just a guy.
Just a guy.
I played football for a long time in the CFL and then retired, and now I'm coaching, managing personal trainers in Burlington. But grew up a big guy for most of my life. I mean, I never really had the right clothing, and now I typically always wore athletic wear and whatnot. And I've kind of grown into this One Bone brand and kind of found home here with like clothes that actually fit and look good all the time. So I'm really thankful to be here, thankful to be a part of this. And yeah, I'm excited for this podcast.
Amazing. Yeah, it's going to be a vibe. I think we should start on capturing the essence of what yesterday was like. If Tom, you want to kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into a stunning location, a stunning home with phenomenal hosts.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for anything better than. And then the fits that are here, the vibes that are here, it's unbelievable. Very matching to the One Bone brand itself.
Yeah.
We have that level of professionalism, but there's also just a comfort that comes along with any of that. And of course, anytime I get a chance to walk out in a new fit and hear that, ooh, that doesn't happen very often for a big guy like me. So to have that here was phenomenal. But the SmartFit clothing that I was in, the new dress shirt, the button up, is phenomenal.
That's the first time you wore that, right?
It is.
Tell people how you feel in it. Tell people about the experience and the solution that it's solving.
Well, for everybody who's been in my shoes and that big guy who's trying to find clothing, you see a lot of those clothes that are just, it looks like they were just extended out. So all of the proportions are extended to match.
Which is accurate, by the way.
For sure.
Normally, a regular t-shirt or a regular plus size t-shirt is just graded up from a medium. And that's sort of the secret sauce here at One Bone is we have a separate pattern for the smaller sizes. And then as we get into basically like the double XL and up, it's a totally different pattern because our bodies are made different.
Yeah, and any other brand that you have to decide on, do I want my barrel to fit or do I want everything else to fit? And this was the first time that I had a chance to wear something that was dressier that actually fit everywhere. My arms fit, the length was great, and I'm not protruding out of it with a gut that I have. And I'm sorry that I'm 6'4" and that I'm a little bit, I've got something here. But it's an incredible feeling to know that this is something that was made for me and that I can feel comfortable in. And I did. And it helps into, there's a lot of times where you can go into a camera setting. You have a camera in front of you and you're thinking, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my face. But to feel good when you walk into a room and to have a camera come at you, it's a natural feeling. And it's exactly what the One Bone vibe has always been to me.
From the field to the gym, you again, it's like, look good, feel good, play good, basically. And now doing that as a model, and you boys have some decent experience now with modeling and just the essence of like, again, you being out on the golf course yesterday. Not sweating an ounce in the hottest weather ever.
Most incredible thing is like I wore a long sleeve while grilling. Shorts, yes, but like long sleeve while grilling, and like most of the time you'd be like, that guy's insane.
Soaked.
And I'm out there and I'm like, I think I got the first bead of sweat probably about a half an hour into grilling over top of a 600. Like it was incredible. So speak to like how breathability, like the breathability of the clothing, the way it fits, and like just to kind of echo what Tom was saying too, like when you're looking for golf clubs, you're looking for forgiveness. And I think that's something that you get with this brand is like, you don't have to worry about it like looking good. It's going to look good.
Yeah.
But you get that forgiveness as a big guy, whether you're a big guy without a gut or a big guy with a little bit of a gut, you get that forgiveness. And like, just like when you're shopping for drivers, it's the same idea.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that forgiveness, whether or not you're a pro. You want to make sure that when you put something on, you have the right fit that's going to give you, like, it's going to kind of fit any situation.
Yeah.
I think that's what you get with this brand.
Yeah, and 100%, like when we're designing the clothes and researching, collecting fabrics and going through with everything, that's like a big thing that we're looking for is breathability and collecting trims and making everything just perfect for our customer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like we do take a lot of care. And like I think a lot of brands are just making things, they see these quick trends and they're jumping on with things, but we're looking to create wardrobes for people and make their lives better. So that's like a big thing that we focus on.
Exactly. And it ends up being this kind of fine line of a balance between trend and function, right? Like, for example, something that has been trendy for the past, I guess, year or two is like crop tops, literally for men.
True.
You know, which again, we can't really do a crop
Exactly.
top, you know? I mean, Chris, maybe you can, maybe you could pull it off. But for myself, like, you know, the things that we want covered up or hidden and made to look more attractive, more flattering. So sometimes it's this fine line of like dancing on the trends, but making it consumable for the guy that we're trying to serve, you know?
Yeah, and it's having like an identity and not just jumping on the trends. Like we're actually thinking about what you're going to be wearing, like where you're wearing it, and like other pieces that we have in our collection that you can pair those things with. So it's kind of creating that staple wardrobe that we want every customer to have. So that's something that we have in mind.
Well, it's an unbelievable aspect to things because for so much of my life, it was just whatever fits.
Yeah.
I don't care about color. I don't care about whatever fits.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wear. So I'm wearing like a neon red shirt that I got from like the Shack oversized bin and these like green shorts.
Yeah.
I'm looking like a Christmas tree, essentially, just like an idiot, but they fit. So I'm wearing them. But now I get a chance to actually find a style.
Yeah.
And I have an opportunity to look at all the different clothing options that you guys have and find, you know what, do I like having a yacht shirt? Do I like having a chino pant? Do I like, and sure, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Everything that I've worn, I have absolutely loved. But now I get a chance to mix and match and find other accessory pieces, like what shoes do I want to wear with things or whatever. And it's a feeling that I've never actually had before.
Totally.
And so to be able to step into something and say like, I have a full closet that I actually enjoy versus like, I do like that, but like my gut kind of hangs out with that, or like this doesn't really fit my arms like this way, but I bought it because I kind of like the look of it. To have everything in there, to know that I am confident in everything that I own is a feeling that I'll never get over.
It's like the graphic tee that you love and you're wearing, but you also need to wear a hoodie over it because it's too short or it's too baggy on the arms or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I think another thing that we should touch on is just there's just this amazing community of men within One Bone and their counterparts, you know? Not every One Bone customer gets the experience to come to the warehouse, come to the store, come to the, you know, shoot, etc. To me, it's always so exceptional how like instantly, and again, you know, a few months ago was the first time we met, and this instant connection where it's like you have this long lost brother that you haven't seen in many, many years, and you finally connect. And Lila, you're seeing that happen so frequently.
Yeah, and like I'll say to Adam, like, wait, like, who is that? And you're like, we just met. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were like best friends from childhood or something, you know?
Well, I'm really interested to hear from your perspective as well, because obviously we've talked about what it's like personally, but when you see another big guy like us and we're so happy and excited about some of the stuff that you've helped to create or helped to style or everything, like, what does that mean to you?
Sis,
you're really touching on a soft spot there. But no, like it's actually amazing to see like people excited about the products that I have worked on, because I do get really stressed about things, like, and everyone's always like, chill out, like it's fine, like it's nothing's gonna go bad. But like picking all the trims or the prints and the colors, like we work as a team, obviously, but I do put a lot into it, and I care a lot about like having the opportunity to let everybody wear something that they are happy in every day. So getting positive feedback is like, it's very, very nice. And like,
It validates everything you're doing.
it really validates it, because sometimes it is kind of hard to see the end when you're working on things so far ahead, because I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. Like everyone's going to love it. But then there are some days I'm like, what if everyone hates this? And everyone's like, we get it. And they're like, who made this? And I'm like, so it is nice to see the positive feedback, and like it makes me keep going, you know?
Yeah, the production team between you, Britt, Melissa, our pattern maker, just again, everyone is so detail oriented, and like just the little nuances of the hem labels and the placement and the fit of the sleeves and making sure, you know, we're testing out some new fabrics and stuff. But the issue that came up was like it stretches, but it stretches out. Whereas like with all of our stuff, it's stretchy, but it doesn't stretch out. So the memory of the fabric is very important. The structure, the weight, so on. It's all key elements again to like you're dancing on the trends, but the more important thing is the function and the fit so that we look good. Black tee, yacht shirt, chinos, shorts, whatever you might be wearing, even down to the underwear, which Chris, tell me about your experience with the underwear. You gorgeous man.
They're pretty great.
Yeah.
Talk about like comfort, and you see all the man-made and stuff like those ads, and they're always preaching about their stuff. But
Which they're great guys and great product.
They are.
as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like I threw these things on, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
they were phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, you wear underwear and you expect like a certain level of comfort, and they kind of hit on all the things that you're looking for when you throw them on.
For myself, before the one bone underwear, I actually have never found a pair of underwear that fit me well because it never goes high enough in the back. You know, so it's just these little things that we change. Number one, an extremely breathable. You're not like getting the old swamp ass, you know what I mean? when you're wearing the underwear, even on a crazy workout, it's staying very fresh, very breathable. But again, it's like that those small changes have the biggest impact, is what we say, and that's also true in clothing, but it's also true in life. You know, so.
Well, it's really interesting the way that you're attacking things. It's very much like a startup tech company.
Yes.
Where you're looking at something and you're finding solutions to problems that people didn't realize that they had. You know, there was so often that like, not fitting clothing, that's just how things are. It's just the way that things are going to go. Here's a solution to that. Here's a stylish way to go about things. Here's an underwear that actually helps and fits you properly.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought. I never thought that
Doesn't
something like
exist.
that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So to have something like that is incredible. But I really wanted, and I'm sure you've talked about this before, but I wanted to hear from you.
Yes.
We had the unbelievable opportunity to watch front row as you were in the DJ booth yesterday, as you're hyping up those skills for Saturday. But obviously you had an entirely other life before you founded One Bone and things were going from there. What was the transition like? Because everybody, the two of us especially, have been, you know, it'd be nice to have good clothing, it'd be nice to have something to fit, but you actually saw this to fruition with the help of some wonderful people as well.
Yeah. So if we're backtracking, now One Bone is coming up on our 8-year anniversary. The problem solution came from that constant need to compromise, right? I would go into a mall. I knew that I would not find anything that fit me well. I was literally just going and feeling fabrics of things that I thought I would like, and then going to the end of the rack and seeing like XL or even double XL and it just not fitting at all. And then the reverse, I would go then to try and find something that does fit me. So I'd walk into a big and tall store, dignity removed right away. You know, you're going to the thing that, you know, the rest of fashion doesn't want you. So you're going to this other shop. You're putting on things that like technically fit, but don't look good. And they're also completely off trend. So you're constantly piecemealing all these different things. And then, like you said, to backtrack with the DJing, the whole problem came up when I was telling everybody to put their hands up in the air. My whole belly was showing. So I started custom making my own stuff. And Michael and Sam and Matt, we've been family friends for 30 plus years. And Michael, actually, the father, started in women's plus size clothing. So they saw me at an event. I was wearing my custom made shirt, asked me, where'd you get your shirt? You look amazing. And I said, I made it myself. And boom, the light bulb went off. For me, I would have never turned this into a business or a brand or anything. I had already solved my problem personally, you know? I was getting my custom made t-shirts in the basement with my friend's mom, who was a seamstress. But when they saw that I had the problem, they realized that, well, there's probably a lot of other guys that are having the problem because of their experience for 40 odd years in women's fashion and knowing the solution that they had with women and now to open it up for men. And the funny and interesting thing is, it's been about 8 years, and at every year we always anticipated like who's gonna show up next, who's gonna be doing it right with us, you know? And there's a few people that have come and gone, certain things, but so far the impact that we're having in our community, in our customer base, I haven't seen many other people hop on board and provide that same solution, at least with the same level of intention, the same level of like scrutiny in terms of like the fabric choices and all these different things. And so I guess we'll wait another 8 years and see if somebody comes on. Because at the end of the day, this is about a movement, right? This isn't just about being a brand and providing a solution for our customers and our cohorts. It's to throw out the red flag to the rest of the fashion industry to say, listen, there's a lot of business here, number one. There's a lot of community and people that are just feeling completely left out when they're talking about men's fashion. And here we are to try and create an impact enough of a splash in the water so that it ripples and big brands start to take that on. And big brands start to take consideration of the plus size or the full size range, as opposed to just cutting it in an XL or a double XL. And to touch on DJing, and so I hadn't DJ'd in 10 years, right? The transition went from that to basically becoming businessmen, you know? And now that we've done that, now we could dive a little bit back into the passions and see how that weaves
breaking
in.
news. He still got it.
Yeah,
he still got it. It was banger after banger last night. It was amazing.
Yeah. So I took the boys over to the shop and I've been practicing. I have my birthday coming up and I said I would DJ my own party. So I've been practicing and the boys had a little front row show. And yes, it is. I didn't realize how much I was like missing my happy place, you know? If I go back to like Happy Gilmore and his little fantasy, I would definitely be there. There would be like the ladies pouring beers and stuff, and I would be DJing, you know? But I guess, listen, to touch on the happy place, like a Happy Gilmore, what would be your version of like just pure comfort, confidence, happiness, the place where you know you're commanding and the place where you're ultimately reigning?
Man, honestly, it's not some overarching dream. It's just being able to walk into a restaurant with all of my friends that are there and still look good and feel confident with the people that are there. It's not even about, you know, if somebody turns ahead and goes, oh, wow, you look great. Yeah, that's fantastic. But just to make it so that I'm not self-conscious about somebody looking at me being like, what the hell is this guy wearing? Now that I feel that I can have stylish clothing that I can have for multiple different settings, whether that's a casual dinner or whether that's an actual, like a wedding with the SmartFits, I feel so much more confident, and that's my happy place. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a bit of a happy guy.
He's a happy guy.
But to have that confidence and to have that happiness without any lingering in the back of my head, I don't actually think I look very good, or I don't whatever else, and that takes away from so much.
It starts your day at a handicap.
For sure. But even like somebody like yourself, obviously you played at the highest of level for so many years. The clothing that you wear, people don't understand. It is so important for your mental when you're wearing something that's comfortable, that you're not thinking about as you're going up against another 300-pound person who's trying to kill you every day. What were some of the things that you had to deal with? Like we talked about it a little bit. You were essentially wearing like a bralette at the end of it.
So like, not having to substitute. Like, so being in sports for as long as I was, all I wore was athletic.
Yeah.
So like wearing that day in, day out, like it's always comfortable. You know what you're putting on, all of that. But what if you can take that feeling and transition into like your casual wear, the stuff you wear out and all of that where you don't have to compromise. And I feel like a lot of people compromise when they get dressed up to go out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I got to sacrifice this. And like, oh, I got to put on my dress. Like even going back to being a kid. Like,
of course.
When I was a kid, I'm like, oh, I got to dress up for something. Like now it's like, oh, I got to dress up for something. I got to go
Were
on
you
my
a big
wumbo.
kid, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You
big
big
time.
kid, yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah, all the way same. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ability to not compromise.
Yeah.
When you go and do your everyday anything.
Yeah.
And know you're putting on one bone is to know that you're putting on something comfortable and stylish and all of that.
Yeah.
You check all the boxes when
Yeah.
you put this clothing on.
It can really ruin your day. Like if you go out in something, you're uncomfortable. Like even me, it's like if I'm going out to dinner with my friends and I'm like, I'll put on an outfit and I'm like, okay, like I look nice. But then it's like you take one step and then you have to readjust it.
Yeah.
And then you take another step, you readjust it again. And then like you go out to this dinner and all you're thinking about is like, I'm uncomfortable in what I'm wearing and it ruins the vibe and your mood. And so like actually finding clothes that fit at also you dress up in, but they're comfortable is a huge thing. So it's like you can actually enjoy your life instead of thinking and stressing about what you have on your body every day.
It's so underrated.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday with the SmartFit, the dress shirt.
Yeah.
Like, any dress shirt you put on when you're standing looks great. The moment you sit down, then suddenly, and you're popping out whatever.
It's embarrassing, right? Your belly's puckering
sure.
open and you're just, again, you feel great. You're in your suit, you're standing up, you're having a drink, you're having some appetizers. And then like, it's like, oh, okay, it's time for sit down at the dinner table. And
Don't make me sit
I'm
down.
I'll stand.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'll either stand-
I'll eat the steak
I
standing
actually
up.
prefer to stand.
You're like sitting, like this the whole time. You're just trying to mask it in any kind of way. Lil, I want to come. What's your happy place? We didn't ask you.
My happy places in
Happy place.
general.
Yeah.
I feel like happy places come with like the people that you're around. So like I would say anywhere like with my best friends.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say anywhere you were with us, but that's fine too. It's cool. That's all right.
It's fine. Yeah.
Well, so,
I agree with that though. Any bad day is an amazing day when you're with friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you could be doing something super random, like even going to like a doctor's appointment with your friend and it's still fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter what the hangout is anymore.
It's true. And it actually touches, I mean, we're going full circle here, guys. Because literally one of the greatest fears for men, statistically, especially as a bigger guy, is going and shopping alone and being like lost in the whole journey of it. Where shopping with friends is actually a way more safe, secure move. And now the beauty is we're always shopping with friends.
Well, yeah. We talked about your growth and your development and where this brand is now. Lil, when you joined, how did you join? What was that process like? And I know we already said this is what your job title is. How many hats do you wear? Because not because you have to, but because you're passionate about what you're doing.
I don't know. I do wear many hats, but that's just a part of like teamwork and helping out wherever you can. But yeah, I joined the team a year ago. I was on LinkedIn and I saw like a job posting and I was like, oh, like I think I could do something like this. Like, I don't know if I'm exactly like, I didn't have experience because I just graduated school and I was working as a seamstress somewhere else in Montreal, but I had just moved to Montreal. And then I hit quick apply and then I woke up the next day and Adam had texted me and I was actually visiting home in Halifax and he was like, hey, like I saw like cause I think I sent my portfolio.
You did.
I sent my portfolio and then also like my CV and everything. And he was like, hey, like I'd love to hop on a call with you. Like, when are you free? And I was like, I'm free like whenever, like if you want to hop on a call. So we ended up calling like I think like a few minutes later.
Yeah.
I didn't really prepare that much, but then when I got on the phone with
On the heels.
I just jumped into it.
Yeah.
So like I got on the phone with you and I think Matt was
Yeah.
there and Sam was there and like I feel like we had like a great experience. We were all just kind of like giggling, like talking about life and like what the job would be.
Yeah.
And then we met in person and
Here we are. And the beauty about, a startup or anything that you're like starting to work on, there's no other choice but to wear multiple hats because there's so many different things that come up in a day that are technically in your role, but also fringe and also role adjacent. And also you're in production, but then the creative team is working on something that they need to start communicating with production. So then production starts to be a hand in creativity, and it just all kind of blends. And especially the fact that we're a very small, lean team, we all have these like, and it's pretty recent that this is all coming about, but it's basically like a Venn diagram where like you have your production team and then you have like one person from your production team that's also kind of in the creative team. And then you have one person who's in the creative team that's also kind of in the financial team, and all these like different widgets where basically you have like a pod representative, and it wasn't really strategic to do this. It just kind of happened naturally. But you basically have like a pod representative in each pod to come back to their pod and inform what the other side is doing so that it could kind of work hand in hand.
Well, it's the recipe for the best kind of businesses in general. How many times do you hear issues where marketing's not talking to sales or engineers not talking to the mechanics or anything along those lines, and now you don't understand how people operate? The fact that you have people wearing multiple hats just means that people are more involved in the business and can make smarter decisions about what kind of fabrics are we using, how does the fit work? And it obviously just transcends to how everybody is operating, because everybody is in the know on what's happening, what some of the biggest stuff is.
And that's like having the smaller team, like we're yelling to each other's offices. I'm like, hey, Adam, I have a question. Or like we're filling each other in, like from just sitting in our office, like calling out to each other, which is nice. Because like when it does get too big almost, then you just kind of lose the communication and like you're missing each other, like you're not connecting. And like that's a huge issue of what you just said, like in bigger businesses.
The
like
concept is basically like loops, right? And your loops intersect and they need to be caught up and so on. Listen, we are an internet brand essentially, right? So the biggest reservation or one of the greatest hurdles that we have as a brand is we know the product and the feeling that we get from it, the stopping of compromising, the stopping from accepting less by going to the mall and being turned down and going to a big and tall shop and not feeling great about yourself. The greatest hurdle is that somebody sitting in their house can't try on the product, can't feel the product, can't actually know and believe that it will withstand the wash. It will be something that you're investing in and last years and years and years, as opposed to like, let's call it a disposable t-shirt where you wash it one time, completely changes the makeup of how it fits on you. I always like to ask this question. If you were speaking to somebody, and it probably has happened as we have spoken about many times, somebody who has never tried One Bone, somebody has been in your shoes, seen the ads come up, been like, nah, too good to be true, too expensive, not taking a chance. What if it doesn't fit? It's at my house. I paid crazy money to get it to me and now it doesn't fit. What do I do? Not knowing that we have a buyback guarantee, all these things. What would you tell someone that is wanting to try it but hesitant and reluctant?
Well, somebody who's looking at it saying, oh, it's too good to be true or it's too expensive, whatever. How expensive are you willing to take your own happiness? Like the confidence that I feel now in my own clothing is something that I would never trade for the world. And I would happily spend any amount of money to make sure that I can feel confident in myself and to be happy about myself. And to not only that, to know that this is a brand that's created by somebody who was experiencing the same issues that I had, so that I have something that I didn't even know could be fixed. And that's been fixed and has been thought of, and that I feel like I am represented in this brand and in these clothing. Like I don't want to take anything else off. You and I have had some modeling, other shoots in other brands where after you're done, I'm like, get me out of this thing. It's not comfortable. There's pins in it. There's this and that. I was in this exact outfit yesterday. I was like, I'm not taking this. I'm wearing this home. Letice, I don't know if you want this back. You're not having it. It's mine.
This is yours. But not only that, but even you walked in yesterday and Lorianne saw you and she's like, you're already made up and you're already in your outfit for shooting. You're like, no, this is just what I was wearing in the car.
But it's an incredible thing to have. And I personally guarantee anybody who buys anything One Bone related, buy just a bullet shirt.
Yeah.
Just buy something that you think you would wear every day, and I guarantee you will be reaching for it every single time you have a shirt to put on.
That's a Tom Sterling guarantee right there.
For those of you who don't know and probably will never know me, I guarantee it.
And that was literally my story. Like cut right into it perfectly. This is the shirt like I wear when I go to my closet and I'm like, I'm going out to a barbecue. I'm going out to walk around town. Like if I need to layer, I'm throwing this underneath because I know this is going to be against my skin. I know the quality of it. I know how it feels. This has been washed. This shirt that I'm wearing has been washed probably 30, 40, 50 times.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly the same as the day I got it.
I could one up you because I literally have that same exact shirt from nearly probably about 7 years ago that I have been personally trying to beat the shit out of. And I literally wear a black bullet
Yeah.
3 times a week
Yeah.
for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And it literally is exactly the way I took it out. I'm literally trying to beat it up to the point where I'm like, okay, like now I need to get a new one. I have not had to get a new one, period.
Yeah, and I would challenge anybody, like how many undershirts do you have to buy
Yeah.
before you make up the value of what one of these shirts costs?
Yeah.
And like it feels way better than any undershirt you're gonna put on. And not only that, you look better. Like you know what it's gonna look like when you put it on. So my story is I was 315 pounds just a couple years ago when I was playing football.
What are you now?
I'm about 280, 85.
And
I'm still wearing
6'6"?
the same shirt.
Yes.
When we go back to forgiveness, like that's forgiveness.
That's
Like,
forgiveness.
If you're at a certain like I'm tall, I'm 6'6".
Yeah.
So like I got a little bit more space for the fabric to cover.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this is even when I was heavier and broader and bigger, like this shirt still fit like $1 million.
Yeah.
And I still throw this thing on. I absolutely love it. So
I have in the time of One Bone, which is about 8 years, I started off about 20 pounds smaller than I am now, gained about 60 pounds, went up to 350, and now I'm just floating under 300 pounds. I lost about 55 pounds. And I was like maxing out a size 2. Our sizing works differently. If you go to our website and you just put in your height and weight, we'll tell you what size t-shirt to wear because we didn't like the idea of extra, 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 extra large. Who the fuck thought of that, you know?
Literally.
So we just go size, basically -2 to size 7. And the reason there's minus sizes is because when we first started, it was size 1 to 5. And then we had to increase the size range. But 1 was basically a double XL. So we had to go down. But so I was like maxing out a size 2 at about 350. Realistically, could have jumped into a 3, but I held off. And at 350 till about 315, I was still fitting in a 2. And then from 315 to about 280 or so, I was fitting into a 1. So there's basically a band of like 40 to 50 pounds, depending on your height, that you have forgiveness in a size range, which is a game changer.
you won't find that with any other brand.
No.
And like Tom here, I've modeled and put on a lot of different big and tall clothing, and the consistency is you're usually giving something up.
Yeah.
If you're a tall guy, you're going to be wearing a parachute because they got to make up for the length. If you're a big guy, sometimes it's too long because they're making it for the tall guy too. And I think like the cool thing about this brand is like it just fits perfectly. It doesn't matter like size. If you're a little bit bigger, a little bit shorter, and you need the forgiveness around the waist. If you're taller and you need extra length, you get the extra length. I haven't put on an article of clothing that I haven't absolutely loved. So it's been one of those experiences where you model and you do these things with other companies, and then you come in here and it's not only just like a really cool vibe being around great people, like-minded people, tall people, big people, but it's putting on clothing and watching everybody's faces and expressions when they put it on. It's like, holy shit. It's like you just hit the lottery every time you put on a piece of clothing. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you for making it look so good as well. And what I always say, there's layers to it, right? Because you're ordering it, you're hesitant, you're scared. You're thinking there's no chance. You get it. You put it on. Before you even look in the mirror, you put it on and you instantly feel a difference. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, holy shit, I look good. Whoa. And then you walk out, and if you have a partner or you have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and then they see you and they're like, oh, they're doing the double take.
What do you
now.
say?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay.
You know? And then you go to work or you go out or whatever, and now all of a sudden you're getting compliments.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever complimented us on how we look.
So I got a pretty cool story, actually. My first experience with One Bone was actually in the locker room. And David Beard
Yeah.
from Edmonton, he came over to Hamilton. And
Beauty of a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Strong beard as well.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But I saw the shirt for the first time, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a nice shirt. And he's like, I've been wearing them. I got a bunch of them. You got to try them out. And sure enough, that's where it all came from.
The locker room is where a lot of the spreading happens. You know, we're fortunate.
Spreading happens at the locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
So I couldn't let that one go.
Go on. I haven't heard of the spreading, but
You don't spread in your locker room? No? You're thinking
I don't know.
about
I've heard stories.
those aren't real stories.
it. So a friend of a friend, and now a friend of ours. That's so good. But it's the same way we're all over the CFL, we're all over the NFL, because it goes into one locker room and everyone has either played with one another, against one another. They're getting traded. They're going to different teams. They're coming up from college. The college guys all go there, have contacts. So that's where a lot of, and especially because it's really for the linemen, you know, first, let's say, where these are the unforgotten, the unsung heroes, let's say, where they're not getting the big brand deals or anything like that. And here we are.
We're always the goofy looking ones getting on the bus with
but not anymore.
khakis and team issue polo. That was me.
Yeah.
Team
Exactly.
issue polo
Team
and
issue
khakis.
polo,
And
yeah.
then you had to cut the sleeves of the team issue polo.
Right here.
Just to make sure it would fit on
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
We're seeing linemen. We've seen linemen wear One Bone for their weddings. We've seen One Bone being proposed in with even yesterday. Creed Humphrey of the Kansas City Chiefs proposed down on one knee in a stretchy pant and an amazing fitting shirt. You know, the hybrid button up. And again, it's just these major milestone moments that you're seeing these amazing guys that would generally look terrible. You know, it just straight up.
Well, I really got a sense of the strength of the brand and the strength of everything when the ads started coming up. And first off, to see me in an ad is something I'll never get over. It was really cool. But the amount of people that I knew that reached out being like, do you know the guys at One Bone? I love One Bone. It changed my life. How much I love their clothing. I love their brands. And again, like everybody, I bought a bullet or I bought a t-shirt and it fit. And then I went into a yacht set and then I went into... And all of them are just expressing how much they love the brand, how they love how they feel in it. And I didn't, I'm serious, 10 to 15 people reaching out being like, I cannot believe how much I love this. And it's so awesome that you are involved in this brand in any way, shape, or form. So that's when I really got a sense of oh, wow, this really matters. The stuff that you're doing really, really matters to the people that are wearing it.
It feels that way every day. We're so fortunate to have built this thing that attracts amazing people, and it's direct to consumer. So we have these relationships with literally every single one of our customers that come through the door, and the intention is to keep doing that more and more and more, and getting out there and. It's really special.
When the first time I was able to do a photo shoot with you guys a couple months ago, me and Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike comes out in a dude that has surely never worn something that actually fits. And not only that, is now a model himself. He's wearing the size 7.
Size 7, 610 pounds. And he has bounced up and down and up. And he's at the biggest he's ever been. And he came in and...
He looked great.
He looked fucking amazing.
He does look amazing.
Right? He looks incredible. And you just saw his whole aura open up. And that has been a common thread where a lot of guys at bigger sizes, like myself, like you, like Michael Reason, they instantly feel like a change. And then that creates progress.
Yeah.
And it snowballs in your
Yeah.
life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you're comfortable in your clothes, then you start feeling more confident. You're happy. You're nicer. Like
Yeah.
you're nicer to people.
Yeah, Chris
Like, you
was a
have
real
more
terrible
positive-
person before anything.
I know,
actually
you
fit.
should have seen
Still
him
lies under the
before.
surface, guys.
But just like
It's a thin
having
surface.
positive thoughts like in your brain and feeling comfortable and not being like stressed and like almost trapped by what you're wearing
Yeah.
is life changing. Like, and people don't talk about it enough.
It's true. And that is a huge point where you're not just buying a shirt. You know, we've printed out these cards now that we're able to put into orders and stuff and share with your friends and so on, and invest in yourself. That's what is on the card because people don't understand that. They scoff at it on the internet. Oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm not spending that much money on a t-shirt. It's not about a t-shirt. It's about changing your entire way in which you are moving throughout your day. And I think that people, because our demographic has been let down so frequently and disappointed by fashion, that we've kind of given up, and we kind of don't understand that there is ROI attached to looking good and feeling good. You are going to progress, whether it's all of a sudden you want to go out for a walk one day, or all of a sudden, oh, you know what? I want to stand while watching TV instead of sitting while watching TV. And yourself as a trainer, you see people in these situations all the time where it literally has, you know, guys have gone from a size 7 down to a size 3, and guys have gone from a size 5 down to a size 0, and they put it on and it just changes how they move.
Yeah, and what we were talking about the other day, it's like, yes, it is a little bit more expensive sometimes, but if you really think about it in the long run, it's an investment that you're making. You're not going to end up like buying multiple of the same shirts that are just going to shrink a few inches after you wash them. Or it's like you go to dinner and you spend like $200. That's one experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if you actually are buying a shirt that fits you, yes, it might be a little bit more expensive, but that's an experience that you get to have every single day for what? Like the next 10 years.
Yeah,
You know what I
literally,
mean? Because
I've been wearing that shirt for 10 years almost.
It's like you need to figure out your priorities sometimes. It's like, yes, shopping can be expensive, but once you have those pieces that you can build off of,
Core.
then you don't need to spend the money again.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
investing early and you're investing in yourself instead of like a quick experience like going to dinner one night.
Yeah.
Just stay in one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You-
Buy a couple things.
You talk about it, and we talked about your favorite shirt that you're currently wearing. But like, you could for sure buy a generic black shirt
Yep.
or white shirt. You could probably buy a 10-pack for like $15 or something like that.
Exactly.
But then,
Pack for 15.
Hey,
Yeah,
this
maybe
is
not-
what we
maybe
were
not that
debating
much.
the other
Yeah.
day. How much? Like people are like, oh, I got this shirt for like
$6,
$4, $6.
yeah.
I'm like, where are you finding
Yeah.
this $6 shirt? There's no way that $6 shirt looks good.
Yeah.
no, but that's the thing. It's like, even if it looked good when you first put it on, the moment it
Yeah.
goes into the wash, it's
Yeah.
now
Exactly.
a throwaway.
Yeah.
And now you're, oh yeah, I'm just going to go out and buy another $6 shirt. Well, if you're just doing that over and over again, then you might as well just buy one high quality shirt that you don't have to worry about ever
Exactly.
again.
And it's like our pricing, it's not like we're like, oh yeah, like we're spending like 30 cents on this shirt. It's like we're putting money behind
Of
this
course.
shirt and the quality, and we care about how it's made.
Yeah.
So that's why it is a little bit more expensive. Like good things cost a little pretty penny.
Okay.
You don't get a quality shirt that stretches and remembers
Yeah,
and that can
exactly.
last through 8 years of washing without having some quality components to it. And that's
Exactly.
what I want to wear.
Yeah.
Why would you want to wear anything else?
Yeah. Boys, I want to wrap it up. You guys need to hit the road. And also, it's just, I mean, we could speak for hours and hours and hours. I don't know who's going to listen, but we'll clip it up. But I want to end with, listen, yesterday you said it in passing, but I want to put you on the spot. You said, yo, whenever you need like a WWE promo clip.
Yeah.
So I feel like, right down the barrel, rip like a real, like a WWE promo as to why somebody should try One Bone.
Listen, brother, you gotta.
Yes, yeah, that's the,
You want me to do that?
Oh, let her rip.
Listen, brother, if you want a shirt that's actually going to fit you properly and that you have all the confidence in the world going out into the ring of life, this is the brand for you. You want a bullet shirt? You want to look like this man? This is what you got to go out and wear. Don't be a sucker. Put on that shirt and feel good about yourself.
Wow. Strong.
Beautiful.
That is perfect. Oh, man. Incredible chat, incredible hangs, incredible shoot. Thank you guys for being sometimes I say that we're a small part of people's journeys. You guys are a huge part of our journey and a huge part of this reframing of our brand and repositioning, and the concept of one bone standard fits don't make the cut. And the concept now that we're leaning more and more into of the storytelling is one bone built for where you reign. And that is really what we're starting to push with the stuff that we were shooting yesterday. So thank you guys for being a huge part of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And like, thank you for helping me rebrand as well.
Yeah.
Like, finish football, losing weight, like want to find something that actually fits and looks good. This is something I can have confidence in.
Yeah, the gratitude that I have for you, for everybody who's here, for creating this brand and for thinking of us and doing this is through the roof. It is truly incredible. Thank you.
Yeah.
Truly. Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Appreciate you guys immensely. If you have never tried One Bone, go to onebone.com, try it for yourself and feel like us. And if you have tried One Bone and you're enjoying this conversation, we're glad you like hanging with us on social media at One Bone Brand everywhere, at madethecut.ob for Made the Cut podcast and the other shenanigans that we're up to. And yeah, thank you for following along. Thank you for joining this journey that we're on. And One Bone, standard fits don't make the cut.